I'm Mike Royer with an extended interview in this Health Matters Web Extra. Hello everybody and welcome once again to Health Matters, a little different look. Usually I'm behind the camera talking to Suzanne Henson, a registered dietitian and nutritionist here at the University of Alabama. It's always good to see you.
Good to see you again, Mike.
And this time of year and for a few more months we'll be talking a lot about outdoor eating and picnicking.
Absolutely.
And you have come prepared.
Absolutely. You know, I think that everyone is ready to get outdoors and fortunately has been able to do so. And so what I wanted to talk with you and talk with viewers about is safety in picnicking. So just to make sure that we don't have any uninvited bacteria that ends up on the picnic table.
I'll start with a question I don't suppose you have an answer for. How did we survive our childhood at church dinners where the potato salad and all that I know had to set out for hours at a time? Just luck, I suppose.
I think that we were all pretty fortunate to make it through our childhood. We also remember didn't have seat belts at that time.
That's
either.
true.
Yeah.
I have had food poisoning and it's nothing pleasant. So bacteria can cause that. And it can not only be a problem that you feel bad, it can be very dangerous.
It can be incredibly dangerous. Yeah. So just some key points that we want to think about as we're hitting the road or hitting our local parks, maybe packing a cooler. I've got a picnic basket here, some things that we want to keep in mind. And the first one is having things separated, making sure that if you are carrying raw foods outside, make sure that you've got those separated from your already cooked foods or other things such as, you know, some of these beautiful summer tomatoes that we've got or peaches, okay? So if you're preparing foods, make sure you take two or more cutting boards so that you're not putting meats, particularly raw ones, on the same cutting board that you're slicing up these gorgeous peaches from Chilton County.
And bacteria can transmit just by contact between different foods.
Right, it's called cross-contamination and it's really easy to do. I've been to many barbecues where I watched the raw hamburger meat transferred to the grill and then put back on a plate.
That's
and it's just somebody's just busy and not thinking about it.
Or if someone goes to that same cutting board and puts tomatoes or onions, start cutting them up on that same, that's risky as well.
Right, exactly.
So carry a couple, wash them when you get home, but don't mix the foods together.
Yeah, try not to mix the foods. If you're packing a cooler, try to have either use two separate coolers or to have the cooked foods separate from the raw foods.
If you're going to a state park, which is nice and clean and all, but you're going to go use a table that's been out in the elements or used many, many times, do you like to take something to cover it with?
I like to take something to cover it with, particularly, you know, if you're going to have children, their little hands get everywhere, and so we want to make sure that we keep them safe.
Trying to clean a picnic table in a public park might be a nice thing to try to do, but it's very hard to really get one clean enough.
Just pack something to put on that table and then wash it when you get home. And always, I think we all practiced this over the past year, keep those hands clean.
Is food poisoning the greatest risk if you don't follow these guidelines? Is that the real problem? And is it especially true of mayonnaise-based dishes?
Exactly. So the key temperature rules are to keep foods either below 40 degrees or above 140. So to stay, you know, out of the 40 to 140 range, we want to keep cold foods below 40, hot foods above 140. And one key that I have that I share with my patients is, you know, it's easy, particularly mayonnaise-based foods. You know, we love in the South, we love our chicken salad, our tuna salad, potato salad. And so what I like to do rather than take the container of mayonnaise is to reserve these shelf-stable mayo packets for, you know, whenever you order a sandwich. Keep those on hand and you're ready to go and you don't have to worry about that jar of mayonnaise going bad.
Those have additives in them that allow them to be room temperature and okay.
Yes, they are shelf stable.
Now, be in layman's terms with me on this one. I have no way of knowing the temperature in my cooler, but if I have a Tupperware dish with potato salad in it and it is setting literally in ice, that's fine.
We should be okay. Now, if you want to take extra precautions, particularly if you have family members or friends who maybe have some health conditions that put them more at risk, kind of open up their immune system to being more susceptible, then you can always pack a thermometer, okay? Other things you can do is try to pack a cooler about 3/4 of the way full of food, okay? And then leave a quarter pack for ice or ice packs. Okay.
A lot of people put ice in the cooler, set things on top, and on top it doesn't even get that cold. So that's a danger.
You need your cold packs or your ice on top of the food. And another key, don't reuse the ice that you packed the food with your drinks, okay? So this is one thing I love to take is to these reusable, just freezer packs
Yeah.
for beverages, and so that way I don't run the risk of using the ice I packed with. And also, these are great. I can take these home, wash them, use them again.
Can you get those almost anywhere?
Dollar stores are fantastic for
That's
these.
very cool.
Yeah.
Picnics are great. They can be fun, but leaving them healthy and staying healthy is the key. Anything else we haven't covered on this?
Just make sure you keep, again, hot foods hot, cold foods cold. I love to pack some aluminum foil. Once you've taken those burgers off the grill, wrap them up so that they retain some heat.
Very good. Suzanne Henson, we appreciate your expertise, helping to keep us healthy even when we're eating outside in these Alabama temperatures.
Absolutely.
Very good. That's Health Matters for today. We thank you for joining us. Suzanne's going to come back for another segment down the road. We're going to talk about food to travel with, traveling safely. We'll have that on a future Health Matters. I'm Mike Royer along with Suzanne Henson. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate it.